The US-led offensive in Iraq began 7 years to this day. The immediate aim was to ouster dictator Saddam Hussein. However, Saddam's ouster did not automatically turn Iraq into the idealistic democracy that was hoped for. And the battle to oust Saddam has mutated into a battle to restore stability after his removal. The cost of this war has been measured in blood. According to the Iraqi body count database, more than 95,680 Iraqis have died in this conflict. One of the main pretexts for this war was the existence of weapons of mass destruction. However, there were none to be discovered.
When we made the decision to go into Iraq, many intelligence agencies around the world judged that Saddam possessed weapons of mass destruction. This judgment was shared by the intelligence agencies of governments who did not support my decision to remove Saddam. And it is true that much of the intelligence turned out to be wrong.
That being said, then British Prime Minister Tony Blair has admitted that regardless of the fact that weapons of mass destruction did not exist in Iraq, he would have pressed for an invasion of the country.
Now, my assessment of risk prior to September the 11th was that Saddam was a menace, that he was a threat, he was a monster, but we would have to try and make best. After September the 11th, that changed. And that change, incidentally, I still believe is important for us today.
Regardless of why the war originated, the situation in Iraq is still a question mark, as results of the election are yet to be announced. These will determine who will oversee Iraq as US forces go home and what progress is made in the country's arduous road to democracy. Anam Munir, Dawn News.